stake, we call for legislative action, and we are here today outside the State House to call for this action to combat the climate crisis and its countless detrimental effects on the people and the creatures of this world. We are striking for state and federal environmental policy and a just transition to a 100% renewable economy. Yeah. And for ending the creation of additional fossil fuel infrastructure in our state like the Granite Bridge Pipeline. Yeah. We are running against the clock, and we refuse to let our leaders turn a blind eye to the climate crisis. We want to give a shout out today to 350 New Hampshire, the New Hampshire Youth Movement, the New Hampshire Young Democrats, and the League of Conservation Voters, and other incredible organizations that are here today and doing so much to fight for climate action across the state. Also here today, in some capacity, they were here earlier, is the Red Rebel Brigade. So they're an Extinction Rebellion protest, and they have asked me to read the statement about what they stand for. So the Red Rebel Brigade symbolizes the common blood that we share with all species, that unifies us and makes us one. They are alerting you to the climate emergency this planet is facing. We must take action now to save all species and the Earth itself. So you'll recognize them when you see them. They are in red, and they're here to symbolize our message. So, in that spirit, when the air we breathe is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When the water we drink is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
The earth we need is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When the earth we need is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When the water we drink is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When the earth we need is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When the water we drink is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When the air we breathe is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
Woo!
Woo!
Yeah.
Climate change is a huge crisis that is destroying our planet at a terrifying rate. Ever since a young age, I've always had a passion for this cause. Nothing is being done to stop this ecological crisis. We have gotten promises that this would be resolved and that something would be done about this. But now, here we all are, none of these promises fulfilled. But now, here we are, none of these promises fulfilled. We are facing an ecological crisis. A crisis that has just been brushed over. Politicians ignoring the fact that our climate crisis is choosing a crisis that has just been brushed over. Politicians ignoring the fact that our climate crisis and choosing to ignore this ecological crisis. We are standing here today because we have chosen the path to fight for our environment.
Yeah.
We made history on September 20th, and now we are making it again, continuously. We have chosen to fight, and now we are waiting for others to follow. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. Our planet is dying because of our greed and our incapability to do right for our planet. There is no planet number 2. This is our home, and we are not about to lose it to greedy factories and billionaires that just want money. I'm 16, and I come here for all of you to represent our youth leadership. The power and strength that we have brought here today is tremendous. First, I just want to thank each and every one of you for being here, making a change and striking. We are striking because sun and wind are one of the most cheapest ways to generate power around the world to use natural energy instead of harmful fossil fuels. We are striking because we have endangered so many animals on this planet and they were slowly dying without anything to be stopped. We are striking because our government is moving with such slow treatment to handle this drastic change in our environment. The list goes on and on. I want a Green New Deal to pass, and I want a healthier future for not only me, but all of you.
Yeah.
This is exactly why I'm standing here alongside all of you to fight for our environment.
Woo!
Hi everyone!
Hi,
how are you?
Yeah.
Woo! How are you feeling?
Woo!
Yes! Okay, my name is Molly. I am the state organizing director with the New Hampshire Young Democrats. And I am here to tell you nothing new, but we know that there is a stall, if not backwards movement Hampshire thanks to the governor's veto pen.
Boo!
And this type of climate action obstruction is happening across our entire country. But a young leader that I look up to in the climate movement, Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and her fight with the Sunrise Movement to pass a Green New Deal in Congress is showing me that with strong leaders, strong policies, and social movements, we can achieve a Green New Deal, and we can do it now.
Woo!
Young leaders in power who have direct experiences with this outrage and fear of the obvious climate crisis are our path to a solution in our country today. But our biggest obstacle is that we have so many elected leaders who will literally never be ready for our ideas and our needs for a livable future. So we gotta get them out.
Yeah!
We don't have any time for that. We need leaders who are unapologetically bold, and we need leaders who are supported by social movements and leading by example. And let me be very clear. Our needs in this fight for climate justice are non-negotiable. Yes. And our solution is that we need more new and young leaders to take power, and we need them now. So, here's what I'm doing about it. Working at New Hampshire Young Democrats, our unique focus is to recruit, train, and elect the next generation of leaders across the state, up and down the ballot. If we can elect more and more young people who share our urgency for aggressive climate action policies, we can create a Green New Deal in New Hampshire by multiplying offshore wind and creating net zero developments in our state. So I'm here to tell you that anyone with passion for social and political justice can and should run for office in your immediate or near future as soon as 2020. And I'm talking to every single one of you at this rally today. There is no time to wait. We have been told that we have just over 10 years until a point of no return, but we can see that window of time dwindling very quickly as we are still witnessing so many injustices and tragedies in our American communities and communities across the globe. We can see that window of time dwindling as new fossil fuel developments are being implemented still today. Yeah, that boo again.
Boo!
So instead, we're caught playing defense with these dumb fossil fuel new projects that are being implemented instead of moving forward constructively with our new innovation and technologies for the future that we deserve. So I'm here to declare to you, you can and should run for office. You can win, and you can change the country, and you can change this world. And I will be here with the New Hampshire Young Democrats to support you in your election every step of the way. We currently have 34 state representatives under 40 serving in the New Hampshire State House right now, and we just elected 19 more this year in 2019 to municipal offices. And I'm here to tell you that I want you to be a part of our 2020 wins next year. So come see me, please, after the rally. I'm just so happy to be here. I'm motivated to work every single day to make this dream a reality, to elect more young leaders into power so we can take everything back into our own hands. We can own our own future, seat by seat, city by city, and ward by ward in New Hampshire. We can create and achieve the goals we have for a sustainable future. Thank you so much.
Woo!
Hey everybody!
Hey!
So I'm going to talk about something real exciting. Policy and legislation. So good morning everybody. My name is Bobby Hess and I'm currently a high school senior in New Hampshire. Last year in my United States history class, I learned about New England's water-powered textile mills built along rivers and how they started
Hold on closer to your mouth.
my bad. And how they started the rapid industrialization of the 19th century. New Hampshire's mill towns along the Merrimack River led America into a new age of wealth and progress. Today, I call on our elected officials to position the state to lead again, but this time into a new age of green energy and environmentalism. We started the Industrial Revolution along the banks of the Merrimack River, and I say it's high time we end it there. In 2009, Governor John Lynch signed an executive order to create a plan to do our part to avert the climate crisis. The New Hampshire Climate Action Plan set the goal of reducing 1990 CO2 levels by 80% before the year 2050. According to the New Hampshire Greenhouse Gas Inventory, 10 years after implementing the Climate Action Plan, we were emitting the same amount of CO2 as we did in 2009. This broken promise has inspired my class to act. While protesting demonstrates the opinions of the people, it will only work if our elected officials are listening. And we wouldn't be out here if they were listening. That's why the New Hampshire High School Democrats have proposed a resolution to reaffirm the promises the state made in 2009. It calls for an 80% reduction of CO2 emissions before 2050, the equitable and sustainable importation of hydroelectricity from Quebec, securing federal funds to construct offshore wind production in the Gulf of Maine, New Hampshire joining the U.S. Climate Alliance, and the convening of a new Bretton Woods conference to bring together national governments to commit to legally binding greenhouse gas emission reductions. These goals are outlandish because we have achieved comparable ones before. In the 1800s, our state led the country in rapid economic change with our textile and manufacturing industries. Following World War II, the U.S. led the world's national government to create a new global economy at Bretton Woods, a hotel in our state, establishing the International Monetary Fund and World Trade Organization. While these accomplishments did cost money, our return on investment has been immeasurable. Our two largest cities are former mill towns. Today, our mills sit empty and mill yards abandoned, but we have the opportunity to fill them with sustainable industries. The Connecticut and Merrimack rivers that powered our mills can power our homes with hydroelectricity. The Gulf of Maine has some of the highest wind speeds in the country and would be prime real estate to start the production of wind energy. 24 other states have upheld the Paris Climate Accords by joining the U.S. Climate Alliance, and we should join too. Hell yeah. The Bretton Woods Hotel that hosted the creation of a new world economy can host again for the creation of a new sustainable world economy. We must use our first in the nation primary status to influence the elections to focus on the impending climate crisis. If the candidates running for president want our vote, then why aren't they out here protesting with us today? As New Hampshire, we have the historical and moral obligation to lead this country to stop the climate crisis, because the current federal government has proven it won't, and no one else will do it for us.
Hello? Is it on?
Yeah. Alright, hi guys, how we feeling? Woo! Heard some pretty good speakers, I think. What do we think?
Woo!
Show them some love. So, show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what community looks like.
This is what community looks like.
Show me what community looks like.
This is what community looks like.
Show me what community looks like.
This is what community looks like.
What's another good one? Bill 9? Go for it.
Solidarity?
What is it? Oh. Solidarity. Show me what solidarity looks like.
This is what solidarity looks like.
Show me what solidarity looks like.
This is what solidarity looks like.
Show me what activism looks like.
This is what activism looks like.
Resistance.
Got to go. Yeah.
Wait, what did you say? I'm sorry.
Granite Bridge has got to go.
Granite Bridge has got to go.
Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Granite Bridge has got to go. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Granite Bridge has got to go. Hey, hey! change has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Climate change has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho.
We trust Bill Nye. Climate change is not a lie.
We trust Bill Nye. Climate change is not a lie. We trust Bill Nye. Climate change is not a lie.
We trust Bill Nye. Climate change is not a lie. Alright, thanks guys. I thought that was pretty fun. You having a good time? Alright, who wants the next? Over here.
Hello. I just wanted to take a second. I'm one of the people who got pissed off and ran for public office. And it worked. I got elected, right? That's what democracy is. Yes. I'm State Representative Craig Johnson, and I just want to thank you guys for being out here on a cold day and doing this. We have a great deal of really good legislation coming up in the next session. Take this inside, into the LOB, into the State House, show up at the committee meetings, write the letters to the editors, knock on the doors, get pissed off, and make people hear you.
Woo! Yeah! Woo!
Hi everyone, how are you today? I'm Grace, by the way.
Hi, Grace.
Hi Grace! I'm here today to support this movement because I believe our leaders are in denial and do not have anything to say themselves. I'm striking for respect of indigenous land, my future, no fossil fuels, and a clean energy future. The New Hampshire Bowl coal plant still stands today in 2019. This is the region's largest remaining coal-fired generator. Each time the plant is turned on, it draws back about 287 million gallons of water from the Merrimack River, heats up the water as a part of the cooling process, then finally discharges it back into the river at 90 degrees. This has changed the natural fish population and is fueling the growth of invasive species. As a junior in high school, I'm starting to look at colleges and different fields to go into. Marine biology and affairs is something that I've always wanted to be involved in. With the warming oceans, shrinking ice sheets, and glacial retreats, I'm afraid I will not get the same opportunity that I would have gotten 10 years earlier. The amount of carbon dioxide absorbed by the upper layer of oceans is increasing by 2 million tons per year.
That ain't right.
Data from NASA's Gravity Recovery and Climate Experiment show Greenland lost an average of 286 billion tons of ice per year, while between the years of 1993 and 2016, while Antarctica also lost about 127 billion tons of ice per year during the same time period. This also causes a rapid sea level rise. Research from World Wildlife Foundation says that this will likely be the greatest climate change challenge to mangrove ecosystems, which require these stable ecosystems for long-term survival. I am scared not only for the ocean, but for our home, the Earth. 1 of 4 species are at risk of extinction. Some include amphibians at 40% and conifers at 34%. Marine species affected by climate change include plankton, which forms the basis of marine food chains such as corals, fish, polar bears, walruses, seals, sea lions, penguins, and seabirds. I'd like to ask our senators and representatives again to consider bills such as the Green New Deal, which provides ideas like renewable energy and resource efficiency. The changes we want to see in the world can only come about through the efforts of many. Thank you.
saying we got company
there
over
is
there.
hope. We have the prospect of a Green New Deal. And the Green New Deal is not just about renewable energy. It's about complete socio-political change in our country. It's about investing in education, paying teachers what they deserve, completely renewing our infrastructure so that it's actually useful and green. And it also has a federal jobs guarantee to ensure a just transition for all workers in the fossil fuel industry, because we know they're not our enemies. The CEOs of those corporations are. They are our comrades and fellow workers, and we need to make sure that they are a part of a transition to a renewable and green economy.
Woo!
So, I'm sure you all are already planning on it, but vote on February 11th, and then in our state primaries, and then the general in November. This is so critical. This election will determine whether we usher in a decade of the Green New Deal and ensure a safe and equitable future for me, for my 4-year-old brother, and for everyone, because we all deserve it. Thank you.
Woo!
Thank you. Hello everyone, can you hear me? No? Is this better? Okay, this sounds better. Great. Hello everyone, my name is Megan Hoskins. I'm a field organizer with Climate Action New Hampshire, a project of the League of Conservation Voters. We work to turn environmental values into policy priorities at the local, state, and federal levels. I'm so grateful to be here climate striking with you all today. Today we're on the doorstep of the State House, showing that we have the political will necessary to confront the climate crisis. When we get together for strikes like this one, our elected officials see that. And if our message is clear enough and our voices are loud enough, they will have no choice but to act.
Yeah.
I know that sometimes when we think about climate change, we can feel overwhelmed or sad or fearful or angry, or maybe a mix of all four, you know. We think about the rainforest burning and the ice caps melting. We look at the loss of life and it can break our hearts. But we must use those emotions and channel them into climate action. As Greta Thunberg put it, the only thing we need now more than hope is action. Climate change is happening now, and it is going to affect everyone, so we all must act. Our Climate Action New Hampshire team encourages everyone to act on climate, and we offer a number of ways for folks to get involved. We're working on a Change the Climate 2020 campaign, talking with the presidential candidates and encouraging them to do the right thing in terms of the climate crisis and to tell us what their climate plans are so we can have them on record and use that to hold them accountable. We're fighting for clean energy for all, for a clean energy future. At the state level, we're fighting for RGGI, the Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative, and increased net metering. We're also at the federal level, we're supporting the Green New Deal, and we're fighting for a clean economy. One thing we're doing right now is thanking Representatives Chris Pappas and Annie Custer for supporting the 100% Economy Act. It's just as important to thank legislators when they do the right thing as it is to push them in the right direction or scold them when they do the wrong thing. We're also creating climate action teams across the state and across the country to engage, educate, and improve their communities when it comes to making a cleaner environment and taking climate action. If you haven't already talked to me or Seth here, please do. We want to work together to take climate action. We can come out the other side of this crisis better off if we work smart and we work hard and we unify. We have the momentum this movement needs. We just have to keep moving forward. Thank you all for being here and showing that we have the political show that change. During the last round of climate strikes, on September 28th, I put on a white Tyvek suit and I marched down the train tracks through the hot sun into the last major coal-fired power plant in all of New England, in Bow, New Hampshire, just miles away from here, where the piles of coal look like black mountains from hell, where people are sick because their air and their water is polluted. My mom and I were arrested with 67 other people. I am not a rule breaker. I took action because for every hour that we burn coal in New Hampshire, people living frontline to the climate crisis will suffer and die. Ending the use of fossil fuels is a matter of life and death. Dan Feltis works in this building. He is running for governor. He has done many good things for the climate in the past. And he says that he cares about our futures. And he says that he cares about stopping the climate crisis. But actions speak louder than words. Right. And Dan Feltis has endorsed the Granite Bridge fracked gas pipeline. We call on them to stand with our generation by ending support for the Granite Bridge fracked gas pipeline. We call on them to stand with us in the fight for our futures, or we will elect people who will. We all stand to lose something that we love, the climate crisis. And I want you to know that if you feel fear, if you feel grief, if you feel anger, you are not alone. But if you feel hope, or if you are here because you are looking for hope, then you have come to the right place. We are millions strong. In New Hampshire, we have the power to force a transition to 100% renewable energy. We are here today to send a strong message to the people in this building who want our support. We are here today to send a strong message to Liberty Utilities across the street who are corrupting our democracy and forcing fossil fuel pipelines down our throats. Someday, I'm going to tell my future children about the time that my mom and I shut down a coal plant. I'm going to tell them how we believed in the power of our movement and about how we had the courage to break the rules to do what is right. In a couple of minutes, we're going to walk across the street to Liberty Utilities' office to deliver them an ultimatum. They think that they can force the Granite Bridge Pipeline on our communities. They think that they can make us pay. And we're here to let them know that they are wrong. Before we do that, I'm going to invite Quincy back up here to teach us a song that we're going to sing while we walk over. Were you prepped for this? Yes. Great. So Quincy's going to come up here. She's going to teach us a song, and then we are going to orderly and safely walk across the street where there is a crosswalk right over there and send a strong message to Liberty Utilities. So I'm going to invite Quincy up here. Woo! All right. All right, everybody. Does anyone know the side? Which side are you on? Yeah! Well, some of you know it. If you don't, I'm going to teach it to you right now. It has two verses, but I promise they're short and not that hard. So, I'll sing it, and then you guys can repeat it back to me line by line, and then we'll do it all together. Okay? Yeah. So, it starts out, storms surge and fires burn, but you don't hear the call. Storms surge and fires burn, but you don't hear the call. 'Cause fossil fuels keep paying you, does it weigh on you at all? 'Cause
Fossil fuels keep paying you, does it weigh on you at all?
Does it weigh on you at all?
Does Does it weigh on you at all?
Does it weigh on you at all?
Does it weigh on you at all?
Now the chorus. Which side are you on now? Which side are you on?
Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on?
Do you want to try the second verse? Yeah. Okay. Corporations raise you up, but we can make you fall.
Corporations raise you up, but we can make you fall.
Cause you picked a war with a generation, does it weigh on you at all?
Cause you picked a war with a generation, does it weigh on you at all?
Does it weigh on you at all? Does it
Weigh on you at all? Would weigh on you at all? Would weigh on you at all? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on?